And I'm super excited to be here with MDC. A little bit about myself. My name is Jay Payso. I've been in this industry now for about 11 years. I got started in the industry of network marketing in 2011, working at FedEx 70 hours a week. I was trying to get back into the boxing scene and just was that person that just wanted more out of life. I've always been that person that just wanted more. How many people that's on this call right now got involved with network marketing because they want more out of life? I got involved in the industry in 2011 to change my life. I got involved in the industry in 2011 to take my life to that next level. I was frustrated, tired. I wanted more. And when I see the industry of network marketing, it was the perfect vehicle for me to get involved and get my time back, get my life back, get my money back, increase my money, give me more experiences in life, teach me more about life. It's just so much that went into it when I seen the industry. Let's fast forward now. This call today is strictly about the journey in network marketing, right? The journey that you're going to go through in network marketing. Right. And the reason why I chose this topic today, the journey of network marketing, is because I know there's for a fact a lot of people that may have felt the same way I felt already. They may be in a certain place in a business today or in their life. So of course, I'm always going through ups and downs in my business, in my life as well. So I said, you know what? I think this would be a great topic at the right time to do this call. Do you agree? When you started in network marketing, you started with no customers. You started with no team members. When you got started, you was a little lost when you got involved with network marketing. Let me know in the chat right now if you started with no customers, with no team members, right? You was a little lost, a little confused when you got started, right, in the industry of network marketing, right? And this right here is going to represent all of us network marketers go through in life and especially in business. So this right here, this size, we're going to talk about success. We're going to put an S there for success and an E there for excitement. This is time. We're going to talk a little bit about time. So you got success in your business, you got excitement in your business and all that kind of stuff, right? That's going to happen in the business, in the journey of your business. It's safe to say that nobody gets involved with network marketing with no customers. I didn't get involved with no customers. I didn't have any customers that came along with me. I had no team members that I didn't sign up and then had a bunch of people that came with me when I first joined the business. I was even thinking about who would even sign up with me when I get involved. If I was to do this, who's going to get involved with me? Will this person do it? Will my best friend do it? Will this person do it? So I was starting to think and started to come up with all of these excuses for these people, right? This is something natural that people go through when they sign up to network marketing because they just don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Yeah. No customers, no teammates. People are a little lost. I remember when I first got involved, I was so lost. I didn't listen to anything that my sponsor had told me. He told me to not do a few things, and I did everything that he told me not to do. And that's when I started to realize in the business of network marketing, it's a copycat business. You can copy your way to success in network marketing, right? I'm going to say you can copy your way into success in network marketing. See, when I first realized that is when I did everything wrong in my first 48 hours. And when I say everything wrong, it's because I tried to speak to so many people I'm sorry, not my first 48 hours, in my first 24 hours. I tried to speak to so many people that I probably did every mistake you can in my first 24 hours, right? So from that point on, you got to adjust and you got to learn from your mistakes and you got to grow quickly. That's what I did in my first 24 hours, right? So can we relate on that? Yes, we can relate when it comes down to getting involved with network marketing and you coming in with nothing, basically, right? Now, we all start. When we get involved with network marketing, we all start here at this point, right? Now, what I love about it, I remember getting involved in the business. And when I'm speaking, I want you guys to remember how you felt when you first started in network marketing. When you first signed up to network marketing, where was your mind at when you first joined network marketing? How did you feel? Like, I want you to think about this as I speak and break this whole situation down, right? Now, we all start here. Now, the cool thing, you never could go below a 0 in network marketing. That's the best thing. That is the best thing to understand, that you can never go down here. You can always mess up. You could probably go down, but you can never go below 0 in network marketing. It's just a little perspective for you guys. Again, we all start in the same place when we get involved with network marketing. And that's what I love about it. So anytime you see a millionaire, whoever it is, they all start from the same place as you. Network marketing gives people that even playing field. That's what I loved about it, because I came from a place where I was a high school dropout. I was working at FedEx, got a lot of things that I'm doing. I'm all over the place. And it gave me that even playing field that no matter where I came from, no matter what my background is, it didn't matter if I was white, black, Spanish. It didn't matter where I come from. As long as I put in that work, have that work ethic, and I am consistent and want to level up in some way, shape, or form, I could win here just like the next person, right? You get started in network marketing. How'd you feel when you got into network marketing? I want you to write in the chat really quick. How'd you feel when you got involved with network marketing? Let me see in the chat really quick how you felt when you got involved. Were you scared? Were you nervous? Did you think, man, this is like, I'm super excited for everything that's about to happen? Like, what was it? What was it that came out to you when you first got involved with network marketing? And there's a lot of people that get involved with network marketing and they're super nervous. They're super scared. They sign up, but they're shaking in their boots. Right? There's some people that get involved with network marketing and they're so excited. They can't keep it to themselves. They got to go out there and talk to everybody that walks past them, right? They got the network marketing fangs coming out their mouth, right? You got some people that get involved and they see hope, but they got this fear that's put up that they're just so scared to take that first step. They scared to talk to somebody. They scared to like mess up, not understanding that the people that you're talking to don't even know that you're messing up. You understand what I'm saying? So you got so many people that get involved and you got all of these different feelings, right? All of these different feelings when you get involved, right? So some people said scared, excited, confused. Okay, excited. I was mind blown. Mike was mind blown. I definitely was blown away when I seen the industry of network marketing. Excited, ignorance on fire, hype, scared, confused. Yeah, most people was excited and scared, right? Because it's something new. You want it to work so bad. And that's why people get scared. That's why a lot of people get nervous, because you want something to work so bad. And if you're nervous, you're thinking more of, damn, if this doesn't work, then what am I going to do? Or what am I going to tell the people that I showed the information to? So you're going into this overthinking phase in your business when you first get started. So it's different reasons, it's different feelings that people get. Now, what happens is, again, when I got involved, I was super excited. I always tell people I was so excited I went bald, right? I actually had, and then I was so excited, fire came out from the top of my head and I lost all my hair, right? That's how excited I was. But you get involved, you're super excited, and then upline tells you to read a book. This is what happens in the process of network marketing, right? So your upline tells you to read a book. So that book that he tells you to read is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Right? Anybody here ever read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Great book, right? Or they give you How to Win Friends and Influence People. I don't know, anything like that. But let's talk about Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And I'll talk about Rich Dad, Poor Dad because that was the first book that I read when I got in the industry of network marketing. They put that book in my hand and they said, check this book out. And I remember reading this book and being so excited about the information that I was learning in this book. You know, I remember starting to think about all of the possibilities. That's one thing, right? I was thinking about all of the possibilities in the world for me. I was thinking about, damn, I've never learned any of this stuff in school. It took me to get out of school, 25 years old, to open up a book and go, wow, this is what I should have been learning a long time ago in high school or whatever, wherever I was going to school at. Now, they didn't teach me this kind of stuff. So that's another way. After you read this book, you get a little bit more excited. So you join the business and you read the book and you get a little, right? You read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It gives you more excitement. It gives you more belief in the industry, more belief in yourself. You start to get a lot of knowledge of what you're getting into. Because when you read a book like that, it's talking to you all about business, right? All about investments, being an entrepreneur, how important it is to be an entrepreneur, etc. So that's your first base of excitement. Now, then your upline invites you to an event like a presentation, a Zoom meeting, and you're probably like, "Man, I gotta go to one of these. I gotta go to one of them Zoom meetings." I remember when I first got in, they was like, "Man, we got a live presentation. You should come out." And now I had to reevaluate my days. Now I had to go, okay, cool. I need to come out of work, and when I come out of work, I need to change my clothes. That was me. I used to like to change my clothes and then go back out and then go into these live meetings. And I remember going to my first live meeting and just getting so excited about being in a room of entrepreneurs, being in a room of people that just wanted more out of life, people in a room that had vision for their future. And I was so excited about that. I was like, wow, this is crazy. And when you're around that type of atmosphere, you get more excited. Even on the Zoom today, you got people that get on the Zoom. I got to get on one of them Zooms. All right, cool. What time? 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. They end up getting on the Zoom and they go, "Oh man, I've heard of those things before, whatever the case may be. Do I have to get on the Zoom?" And they do all these excuses or whatever. And then they end up getting on the Zoom and then they get excited because they seeing the people on the chat and the chats, blowing up the chats. So they're learning some new things on the Zoom. They're seeing, again, the vision open. They seeing the vision mapped out in front of them. So they get a little bit more excited. So they get involved, they're excited. They read a book, they get excited. They go to a live event, presentation, Zoom meeting, they get a little bit more excited, right? And this is the reason, that's another training, but again, this is the reason why it's important to do things, to do things quickly, right? To make sure you're getting things done fast. You want to keep the excitement in your prospect, right? So you get them on a Zoom call, they get a little bit more excited. They get their first customer, they get a little bit more excited. They get a new team member, they get a little bit more excited, right? They hit their first rank, they get a little bit more excited, right? How many of you guys got excited every time you got a customer, your first customer? You remember when you got your first customer? You remember when you got your first team member that actually wanted to build with you, right? Like you got excited every time. I'm talking about the very first time. I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about the very first time you got your first customer. I remember the first person I signed up. I showed them the information, and then when they said yes, they'll do it. I looked at them and I said, "For real? Wait, what? Yes?" I almost spoke myself out of a cell because I was so surprised that he said yes. I don't know if you guys ever felt like that, but I know for a fact I have. So you get your first customer, team member, you hit your first rank. Now you're going crazy. You're going crazy. Your first rank. I remember the first people when I first got involved with the industry. It was like 4 people you had to get to qualify, to get qualified and all this kind of stuff. And there was so many people walking around with their chest out. That's how excited they was. I signed up 4 people. Do you know who I? Do you know who I just signed up 4 people. That's excited. That's how excited people got. I've never seen. I used to look at them like, yo, damn, that's crazy. You getting excited? Let's keep going. Then your upline tells you to come to a training event. Then they tell you, hey man, come out to this training event so you can really see what you got your hands on. And I remember when I first got that call, I said, I don't need to go to a training event. How many of you guys remember the first time you got told to come to a training event? How did you feel about that? A lot of people end up bringing up all these excuses on why they can't go to this training event now. Oh, I can't go because I gotta do this with my kid. I can't go because, I gotta call out from work. Man, do I really need to go to a training to sell one of these packs when I could just put them on a Zoom call or something like that? Oh, I can't afford it, or I can't this, or I can't that. And then you go, and then they go, like me, then you go, you know what? F it. I'll go to the event. So I go to the event and I go ballistic. I go crazy. I'm like, wait a minute. There's really a world like this out here? And it's only these many people in this room? Oh, way. You see the excitement that I had when I first went to my first event? I was I was on a mission at my first event. I remember every break, I would call everybody up. Anybody that I signed up with, I would call everybody that I signed up and I was working with that didn't come to that training. I said, man, you don't know what you're missing in this training. Man, the things that I'm learning in this training, I'm going to come back to New York. I'm going to come back on fire. I remember all of that energy that I had. And I was like, man, it gave me more. I'm already a passionate person, but it gave me more passion because I came to an event. I seen it's something that you can't explain when you go to these events. So guess what happens when you go to an event? Guess what happens? You get more what? Excited. How did you feel? Let me ask you guys a question. How did you feel when you went to your first training? Let me know in the chat. How did you feel when you went into your first training? Let me know. Let's participate, everybody. How did you feel when you went to your first training in network marketing? What was your mind? I was shocked. It was a whole new world, on fire. Okay. Out of body experience. Lost my mind. Wow. What else? What else? I was pissed I didn't know about it before. Okay. Yeah. It was a restart for me. Okay. It was awesome. I was bugging. Okay. Wondering why people were dancing at 8 a.m. That's a good one. Right? You go in and you go, man, people are weird, right? It gave me the belief and faith, right? I'm loving the answers because this is what people just excited to feel. I found something. I'm actually passionate about. Yeah. Remember that first time? Remember that first time, man? I was going bonkers. I was going crazy when I went to my first event. See, when you on a journey, right? When you're on a journey of excitement, right? This is the journey of excitement. Right? Let me go scribble, scrabble, right? This is the journey of excitement. See, on this journey of excitement, the energy that you're gonna get from this excitement journey, the energy, realization, right? Anticipation, like anticipating your next, like, okay, what's about to happen? This is about to happen. Oh, I'm about to hit that next rank. And then something happens here. What do you guys think happens here? Something happens here. See, what happens here, after you go to all this excitement, right? All this excitement is happening. All this excitement is happening for you. And then something happens here. You feel things happen that you feel is out of your control, right? That you feel is out of your control, right? So because you feel that certain things are out of your control, you start to step back. You start to take this step back in your business, in your journey, right? You start to forget what you felt down here. You start to forget what you felt because some things that happened in your life, in your business, that you start to lose control, but you feel like it's out of your control. You stop reading books. You stop getting on the Zoom calls. You don't go to the next event. You stop getting customers. You stop getting team members, affiliates. You stop qualifying for your rank, right? You start nitpicking at every little thing around you. You start to say, man, I'm not winning because of this and I'm not winning because of that. Remember, you was just so excited. You was so excited when you was coming up. When you first got here, when you first stepped up, you knew nothing about nothing. So the whole, because everything new, right? Everything new was always exciting, right? Everything new was always exciting. So you getting all this excitement, all this anticipation happening, all of this experience, all of this energy that you're going through right here. And then you get to a point where you get mentally stuck. You know what this is called? The plateau. And you can't run from the plateau. This happens to everybody. No matter where you are in your business, in life, in network marketing or outside of network marketing, whatever, you're gonna hit a plateau in some way, shape, or form. See, the worst thing you could do when you hit a plateau is stop reading books, stop listening to audios, stop getting on Zoom calls, not going to the next event, not trying to build, not trying to get customers, not qualifying for your, like, the worst thing you can do when you hit that plateau is stop and get in your thoughts. This is where a lot of people freeze up and they go into quicksand and they don't even know they're inside of quicksand. They letting their thoughts eat them up. They letting the plateau eat them up. Has anyone here been in a plateau before? I want to know if anybody here, if you've been in a plateau before in your business, type 777 in the chat real quick. And that plateau could be anywhere. That plateau could start anywhere in your business. I've been through tons of plateaus in my business. Tons of plateaus. And we'll get into all of that. Now, the plateaus are different. The plateaus are different. Why the plateaus are different? Because there's different reasons why people get stuck. Some reasons are mental reasons. The mental plateau, you're stuck mentally. The numbers, you're stuck because of the numbers. Social media is stuck. You're plateauing on social media. You're plateauing on numbers. You're plateauing up mentally. There's different plateaus that you go through. Some people hit plateaus so hard, they hit plateaus mentally, numbers-wise, social media. They're hitting plateaus in every way, shape, or form, and they don't really understand why they keep hitting this plateau. So instead of doing the work on themselves, doubling down, they stay in their thoughts. They stay in their thoughts and they start to think negatively. I've been there. I know that. So is that a bad thing? No, but this happens every time. You lose that energy. Like, where does the energy go? Like, all that energy you had, all that childlike energy, all that excitement that you had in the beginning of building your network marketing business, knowing the possibilities of freedom, making the money that you want to make. I don't know, everybody's number is different. But whatever freedom means to you. Like, I'm obsessed with doing over 6 figures a month already. Right? So everybody's freedom is different. Now, when we plateau, it's crazy how you lose the feeling of hope and faith and desire, and you go into this shell and you start doubting yourself. Right? You start to doubt yourself. You start to think, man, this doesn't work. You start to lose faith. You start to lose faith a little bit. And it's crazy because we were so excited when we saw gold for the first time. But you plateau and you start to lose this faith. You start doubting yourself in every way, shape, or form. Why? How do I know? I've been there before. I've been there. Every leader that you could speak to in this industry, no matter where they are, they've been there before. See, before you used to get excited about reading a book. And then when you read the book, now it's okay, it's just another book. I'm still in the same place. As before, when you read the book, you was go, oh man, it's game time. This is a game-changing book. You used to be excited about going to live presentations, but now you're like, oh, it's just another live presentation. Oh, it's just so-and-so presenting. I already know. You used to get excited about getting on the Zooms. Now you're like, it's just another motivational Zoom. It's just another presentation. Well, in the beginning, it didn't matter if it was a Zoom, if it was your 100th Zoom, if it was your 100th live presentation. You was doing it. Why? Because you was excited. You wanted more. And you was willing to dig deep to get anything that you wanted. But you hit a plateau. And in that plateau, you started to think, you started to think, oh man, this may not be for me. Because you hit your first plateau. See, this is the magical moment right here. This is a magical moment. The plateau. I remember the first time I told my sponsor years ago, I said, man, I don't know what happened, man. I hit a plateau in my business. And he looked at me and laughed and said, who the hell told you, who the hell taught you that word plateau? Because first off, that was a word that word wasn't going around in the hood like that. Plateau. Many words don't go around. Plateauing, nobody know about that. I heard it because of network marketing. I was like, what you mean? But what I loved about it, he said to me, don't put that in your mind. Don't put that in your mind. Don't think you're plateauing. It's not the business. It's not you. It may be the people that you're talking to. See, it's a magical thing that happens here. What's the magic that happens here? There's a that happens here. There's a dip that happens there. Why do I call it the magical moment? In this dip, this is where it happens to everybody. See, in this dip, you start to lose teammates. In this dip, you got people quitting on you. In this dip, you just can't get a yes. You're running through numbers and you just can't get a yes. You're trying to like, yo, you're pretty much going a little crazy at this point. Man, what's going on? My numbers are going backwards. I was like, I don't know. I was 5% closer to my goal. I needed 5 more sales to get to the next goal. Now I need 20 new sales to get to the next goal. Nobody's telling me yes. All the thing, when you plateau, the dip happens, and a dip is always going to happen in life. It's always going to happen. See, here, I want you guys, like, what goes up must come down, right? You guys know that, right? What goes up must come down. You throw something in the air, it's going to come right back down. You throw something, it's no matter how many times you do it, no matter how much you wanted to stay up in the top, it's going to come back down. It's the law of gravity. The tide goes out, the tide comes in. Tide goes out, the tide comes in. See, in this place right here, this is where most people want to quit. They get here, they want to quit. This may be the worst thing you could do when you get here to this plateau, because this is where the most learning is happening. This is when you give yourself a time to learn. How can I get better? What can I do? How can I improve my business? How can I improve my income? How can I be a better leader? How can I be a better recruiter? How can I be a better speaker? How can I be a better promoter? How can I invite better? How can I close better? How can I meet better people? I don't know. How can I do better? What do I need to do better? Jim Rome said it a long time. For things to change, you got to change. But if you want things to get better, you have to get what? Better. See, when you go on the roller coaster, how many of you guys like roller coasters? If you like roller coasters, if you like love or you hate roller coasters, let me know in the chat really quick. If you like love or hate roller coasters, let me know in the chat real quick. And if you haven't picked up your XC Trim Crisp Apple and you like apple, pick it up. It tastes really good. I'm loving it. You like roller coasters, right? I like roller coasters. Sometimes I got to be in a mood to get on it and stuff like that, right? I like roller coasters though. And the reason why I mention that is because business is like roller coasters. The life is like roller coasters, right? So when you go on the roller coaster, What are some of the emotions that you get, right? What are some of the emotions that you get when you go on a roller coaster? Right. I want to know some of the emotions that you get when you get on a roller coaster, when you're about to get on a roller coaster. What are some of the emotions that you get? You're nervous. Okay. Let me see in the chat. What up? Who else? That's fear of the unknown. Okay. You're scared that it might pop off, right? Sick. I hate them. Right. So you'll be sick before getting on the ride. You'll be sick. Right. Butterflies, bunch of butterflies in the stomach. Nervous. Excited. Yep. And preparing myself mentally. Let's go. Let's go. That's how I am. Like I'm excited, but I'm like preparing myself. Let's go. This prepare yourself. So so you got all of these emotions, right? Nervous and excited. So it's a fine line, right? It's definitely a fine line, right? So you got all of these emotions that you go into the roller coaster with, right? Before you go on the roller coaster, right? But what happens? What happens when you lock in? When you lock in, you get your heart is pumped. You like, oh my God, and you start to go up. That's the wag. I don't even know. You start to go up the roller coaster, right? And what happens when you start to when you start to go up that roller coaster? You get more excited. You get more excited. You like, oh man. Some people like, oh no, oh no, oh no. I don't want to get me off of this. I've been on a ride where people are saying, get me off the ride, get me off the ride. Little kids are crying. They like, some people are like, and then you get to the when you get to the top, people are like, oh my God, you got people that close their eyes. Right? You got people that close their eyes. You got people that hold on to somebody else, try to hold on to somebody else. You got people that's like holding to dear life. You got some people that's like about to throw up, right? You got some people that's ready to go, right, like ready to let go. You got some people that's like ready to go. That drop comes down. When that drop comes down, they got their hands up. This the roller coaster of life. They got their hands up. You got people bracing for impact in some way, shape, or form. You got people that's just screaming, getting having fun, enjoying the journey. And then some people get on that ride and they're not enjoying it as much. They're not having fun because they got so much fear inside of them. It reminds me of when I took my son to Coney Island the other day, and it wasn't even a roller coaster, but it was this little ride that like dropped, and it had an aggressive drop. It was a kiddie ride, but it had an aggressive drop. I didn't get on the ride with him. I let him ride by himself. He wanted me to get on. I said, "Now you got it." I didn't expect the drop to be like boom, like so fast. And when he held on, he went from having fun to like the ride dipping, and he looked at me like, "Oh, wait a minute, I didn't know this does that." And then he got so nervous and he clenched up and he was just holding on tight, and he was like trying to like cry and stuff. And I was telling him, Jonas, have fun, relax, don't worry. Every time he came around, have fun. That's all I could tell him. Have fun. That's what gotta happen here. When in that dip, you gotta learn how to have fun. You gotta learn how to learn here in this dip, because this is the most important thing that's gonna happen to you. Is the dip. So what happens at the top? The dip is gonna happen. Now, I want you to think about all the reactions that you had in your business of life. And some of those reactions, people would panic, freaking out, right? Oh, this is stupid. I should get off now. This is business. Oh, this is stupid. You're going on a dip. Now why did I sign up to this? You start asking yourself questions. Why did I sign up to network marketing? I didn't expect for this to be like this. I just wanted to get involved and get rich. I just wanted to get involved and be one of those people that everybody spoke about. I just wanted to get involved and really, really start to travel the world. But it don't happen like that. It never really happens like that. So you start saying, this is stupid. You say, oh, this is the worst thing that I've ever done. You start getting into your negative thoughts. What's the point of all of this? What's the point of all of this? You start asking yourself, Why did I say yes? Oh, the numbers on the Zoom last week, we had 200 people on the call. This week, we only have 100 people on the call. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. You start like nitpicking at everything. This is driving me crazy. Like all of these different things that's in your mind, you start to go crazy because of this dip. This dip is not here to stop you from your dreams and your goal. This dip is here to make you stronger. I promise you that. The dip that you're going through in your life is to make you stronger. See, you have the same emotions going up in the roller coaster like you do in your business. The same emotions going up. You're excited, you're scared, you're nervous, you got all of these. It's about to be fun. But on that dip, there's some people that are frightened, super scared. And there's some people that's just let go and go, woo, they screaming. They going crazy. They want to experience fun. They just there to really enjoy it. You got to have the same mindset when it comes down to your business. You got to learn to enjoy the dip. You got to learn to enjoy the dip. Now, you got to have the same mindset. Now, there's a flash that happens on this dip, right? There's a flash that happens right here on this dip. Right? There's a flash that happens. On that flash, when that dip happens, when that flash come out. Now, when they take a picture of you, are they taking a picture of you when you're going up? Are they taking a picture? They trying to catch you scared. They trying to catch you at that moment. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about how excited you are in a business. Nobody cares about you winning. Nobody wants to take a picture of you then. They want to take a picture of you on your dip. That's when the lights, camera, action starts to happen on that dip. That's what matters the most. Lights, cameras, actions. They come out when you go through the illest storm of your life. When you go through the realest storm of your life, that's when the lights, camera, and actions come out. The lights, the cameras from other people. You are the action. You are the action. Because any way, shape, or form, people are going to talk about you. So I hope that you give them something good to talk about. So see, this is important. Now, what makes a good movie? What makes a good movie to you guys? A happily ever after ending. Happily ever after. That's what makes a good movie, right? Happily ever after always follows the disaster. I'm going to say that one more time. Happily ever after always follows the disaster. Miracles always follow the disaster. In some way, shape, or form. A miracle is always going to follow the disaster. It's inevitable. The sun rises, the sun sets. Nothing stays up forever. Nothing stays down forever. It's just how the way things are. See, here, the dip. This is where the money is made. The dip is where the money is made. Some of you guys are like, what do you mean? You're losing it. No. The dip is where the money is made. Now, why is it that the dip is there is when you make the money? Why? Now, before we talk about why the dip is where you make the money, the first dip is always the hardest dip that you go through. It's like levels, because you're going to go through more dips, right? But your first dip is the most important dip, because that right there is just getting you ready for what? The next dip. That's it. That first dip is your most important dip because it's getting ready for your next dip. You need the dips. You need the dips for your chips. You need the dips in your life. See, it's one of the first dip is one of the hardest that happens because you're not expecting it to happen. I could sit here and talk to you about my first dip that happened in 2013. I went crazy. I had calls with leaders that told me, Jay, the minute you do something stupid, you're going right back to the bottom. Because that dip almost took me out. I was ready to get physical. I come from Brooklyn. I come from a different place. Network marketing is new to me. So everything's a test to me. I'm trying to grow a business. And I went through a dip. My dip was a little difficult for me because I didn't realize that this happens in the industry of network marketing. I always tell people, my first dip is what made me a millionaire. My first dip, that dip right there is what made me a millionaire. Did I go through a bunch of dips after that? Of course. But that one right there made me a millionaire. I've seen leaders that I have respect for that was coming up, leaders that were coming up. I seen them go through their first dip. And as soon as they went through their first dip, they quit. You understand that? Right there was the test for them to get to that next level in income, in their business, in life. It was right there. But they took the easy way out and they quit. Now, the lessons, the reason why this is so important is because the lessons in the lessons that you're gonna learn. Now, the lessons that you're gonna learn is lessons of not quitting. There's lessons in everything. Lessons of consistency. Lessons of people will come and go. You'll start to understand, like, oh, people come and go. Lessons of heartbreak. Lessons of distractions. There's going to be a lot of different lessons that you're going to learn here in this dip. See, the majority will quit here, 100%. The majority will quit right here because they don't understand the dip. Every dip in business and life will prepare you for that next dip. See, there's reasons why people are quitting. Again, things are going backwards. People are quitting. Somebody went to another company. These are different reasons why people quit. Some people quit up here. Some people quit here. Man, some people even quit right here. Some people never even get into some people never even get into the plateau part. Like, they still coming up. And the plateau that they're going through is themselves. You understand that? Some people haven't even gone through their whole market yet. And they already quit here or here. Because they're not willing to understand the process of growing in network marketing, growing in your business, period. So you got to remember your dips. The reason why this is important here is because you got to remember your dips, because you're gonna be able to lead the people. You're gonna be able to teach everybody that's coming up behind you about the dips that they're gonna go through. Because guess what? You've been through those dips already, guys. I've been through so many dips, and nothing really surprises me at this point. Jefferson Santos, Demond, Candace, Chris, Jenna, all of these legends that you hear in the industry, they've been through all the dips already. That's the difference between them winning and others not winning. They've been through the dips faster. They understood that they was in a dip. They buckled down and got busy. Sometimes you forget the dips that you've been through in the past. That's why you never forget where you come from. You never forget about the dips, because you need that to move forward. You need that to remind you. You need that to remind you. So, what follows excitement? Real quick. What follows? Go right here. What follows excitement? Plateau. Right? What follows excitement? Plateau. What follows plateau? The dip. Yeah. And what follows the dip? growth. This, this is what excitement, plateau, the dip, and growth. This is the circle of life. Literally, this is the circle of life. Excitement, plateau, the dip, and growth. That's the circle of life. People get excited and they quit hearing the dip. I'm sorry. Yeah, they quit hearing the plateau. They don't even realize though, they don't even get to the full dip. They don't even get to the full dip to really experience everything that they need to learn in that dip. If they hardly survive in here in between, what makes you think they're gonna get into growth? What makes you think they're gonna get into growth? If they can't even survive flat between plateau and dippy, what makes you think they're gonna grow? They won't grow. Too many people want to get lucky. You can't get lucky in this game. See, this right here would determine if you're ready for success in network marketing. For sure, 100%. This is going to determine if you're ready for success in network marketing. If you can get through this, you may be ready for some success in network marketing. See, the downs, the ups never make you strong. The ups never make you strong. In life, anytime you're going up, it's never going to make you strong. The downs is what's going to prepare you for the future. That's why when you go to the army and you go to the boot camps in the army, they go crazy on you because, again, they want to prepare you for war. They want to prepare you for war. So that boot camp that you think is going to be easy, you may not even survive the boot camp because they're going to push you. They're going to push you. You're going to throw up every day. Your muscles, you won't even be able to move certain muscles because you're just so tight. You think they're doing that for their own good? No. They understand that most people never really been through nothing in life. Most people never been through nothing in life. Most people don't even know what it is to go through fire and come out like a champion. So when they go to the army and when they get recruited and they expecting to live a better life, right? They expect to get, the army's going to put you, the government, they're going to put you through that fire because they want the strongest army out there. They need to break you down mentally, inside out, so you can become a machine. That's what's happening in your entrepreneur career. That's exactly what's happening in your entrepreneur career. How many of you guys want to become a machine, an entrepreneur machine? How many? Type 77 in the chat if you want to become an entrepreneur machine, because this is the only way to become a machine. You got to go through the mud. You got to crawl. You to do whatever you got to do to succeed, to win, survive. It's just, it is what it is. So, again, me personally, I would love for you guys to go to any or ask any top earner out there in the industry in network marketing. Have you ever been through any dips in your business? They'll laugh. They'll laugh and go, "What? I'm in a dip right now." That's me. I'm in a dip right now. This is what I do, though. I got goals to make it 6 or 7 figures a month. I'm in a dip right now. So I'm learning everything that I need to learn right now to get to that next level. Who's with me? Who's with me? See, when it's summer, if you guys are getting anything, and let me know if you guys are getting something out of this call real quick. Let me know in the chat if you get something out of this call real quick. If you get any kind of value from this call. Thank you guys for the people that's participating. Let's get it. When it's summer, you act like it's summer, right? When it's winter, you act like it's winter, right? You got summer and you got winter, right? The seasons of life is gonna happen. The seasons of life is gonna happen. You need to change your mindset, right? You need to change your mindset a little bit when it comes down to the summers and the winters, right? A lot of people right now are in the winters. Some people are in the summer, right? It just changes like that. You never know when, you never know how long your summer is going to be. You never know how long your winter is going to be. It's just, that's just the way it goes. So when everything is good in life, everything is good in life. When everything is good, you know what, when everything good, like bigger tips, you giving everybody big tips, $100 tips everywhere. You getting more dessert, right? You going to Gucci and you going to Louis all the time. You buying everything you want. You eating in the best restaurants. Everything is upgraded in your life. That's the summertime. That's summertime. When things are good. But when it's winter, it's winter. See, here in winter, you gotta downsize. You gotta, man, can I get that extra ice cream that I wanted? Can I go to this restaurant today? Can I do this and can I do that? Maybe I should, maybe I should just hold back on getting that and do that. Like when it's wintertime, and everybody goes through wintertime. In some way, shape, or form, people go through wintertime. Now, we all love summer. All of us. We all love summer, no matter what. Summer is, we outside, we splurging, we eating in the same restaurant every day for 2 weeks because we just bored. We're going. We just throwing money, burning money, right? Everybody loves summertime. Just it is what it is. That's the name of the game. See, you got to switch your mindset here. You got to treat the summer like it's winter, and you got to treat the winter like it's summer. You just got to switch your mindset a little bit. If you're going through some summertime or you're going through wintertime, no matter what, you got to switch your mindset. Now, what do you mean by that? Now, when you're having good times in your business financially, you got to scale back. You got to scale back on your spending and just continue to work your business, scale back a little bit. That's the summertime. You understand, right? You understand you're in the summertime. You're in the summertime right here. This is summertime right here. But we all have to have the awareness wintertime is going to come. It's inevitable. Wintertime is going to come. It is what it is. Just like the sun rises and sets, the winter time is going to come. Right? Even in Florida, it gets cold. I know you got some people here that's from Florida, that lives in Florida right now. Even in Florida, I remember the first time I experienced it being cold in Florida, I was surprised. I was like, yo, it's winter out here. What the heck? I never even knew it that cold out in Florida. I had to put on a hoodie and stuff. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So, the winter. Now, the wintertime means you got to double down. That's all the wintertime means. Let's write that here. Oh, damn. You don't back up from winter. When you're in wintertime, you don't back up. You don't chill. You double down. You put the game on your back like Kobe or Michael Jordan, and you double down. Double down means you go harder. You work harder on your business. You work harder on you. You do everything. You double down. If you're showing 2 people a day, show 4 and 5 people a day, 6 people a day. If you're doing 2 presentations a day, do 4 presentations a day. If you're listening to 30 minutes of audio today, listen to an hour, 2 hours of audio today. Every day you're doubling down because you're trying to get out of the mud, trying to get out of that quicksand. And if you're in quicksand and you're not doubling down and trying to get out or whatever the case may be, and anything that you're sinking, and then you're going to basically sink. But if you're working to get out of that rut that you're in, you're going to eventually come out of that rut. See, a lot of people stop doing what they did when they first started. This is very simple, right? And we're still not done. Now, see, you gotta think I'm in the summer right now, but the winter is coming. I'm in the summer right now. I'm in the summer right now, but the winter's coming. But guess what? The summer is gonna come back. This summer is going to come back. It's gonna come back. It's inevitable for the summer to come back. For those that continue to work. It is what it is. And when the summer comes back, you got to treat it like what? The winter. You got to treat it like the winter. So you got to create that anticipation. You got to understand that it's never going to be always on the down. If you're in a run, in a plateau, you got to understand that it's never going to be always down. It's going to come back up, but you got to have and keep the faith. You got to keep the faith. That's a part of the process. I don't know guys, I want you guys to understand network marketing can really change your life out there. This is not no like play toy. Like you could really get in and make as much money as you want to make, but you got to treat it like a business. You got to treat it like a business. See, here, everything is in your control. And I'm excited. Whoever's here, how many people's here on the in the plateau right now? If you're in the plateau right now, let me know. Okay. 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 Okay, 777. All right. Plateaus. I'm excited for you. I'm excited you're in the plateau because you're learning there. This is where learning starts to happen. For sure. Everything is in your control. Everything is in your control. See, you got that excitement phase. In the excitement phase, if you're here in the excitement phase, I'm excited for you, right? See, being in the excitement phase, you got control of your excitement. You got control of your excitement. So this right here, you could be excited for a month, a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. That's all on you. That's all on you. Now, this right here determines how excited you can stay. If you want to stay excited for 3 years, 4 years, you can do that. But some people, they just choose. They choose not to be excited no more. They choose to get distracted. They choose to not want to win anymore. They choose to lose. They choose to fail. They choose to give up and go back into the land of familiar. Right? They go back to the land of familiar. They go back to the people that all told them no. They go back to the people that doubted them and start hanging out with them and start making videos with them. They start doing everything that every 98% is doing right now. They just fall back because they chose not to be excited anymore. Everything is in your control. So in the plateau phase, you're going to double down. That's it. And when you double down and you're working the business, then there's something called the compound effect that's going to happen. If you guys ever heard the compound effect, right? If you haven't, read the book. The Compound Effect is a great book. That was one of the early books that I read in my career as well. It's a very powerful book if you want to succeed, period. The compound effect is real. So if you double down in the plateau, the compound effect will kick in. You need to go to work here in the plateau. You need to go to work. I'm sorry. There's no other thing that's going to get you out of the plateau but working. There's nothing else that's going to get you out of the plateau but you. For things to change, you got to change. For things to get better, you got to get better. Take action before you get the attraction. Take action before you get the attraction. It doesn't work. It doesn't work any other way. If you want the attraction, you have to take the action. Everybody dip is different. And again, no matter where you are in your career, in your life, you can't give up, and you got to double down on working on you. You got to double down and work in your business. That's it. That's really what it is. You'll never be successful in network marketing if you don't get over your dips. Now, once you start to get over these dips, you see the squiggly line here? Guess what? Here's another dip. But you got so good here. You coming out of these dips so much faster. You're not even realizing that you're in dips anymore. You go up again, you're in another dip. 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 Then when you dip over here, right? When you dip up here, you go from $3,000, I don't know, you go from $3,000 a month to, I don't know, $2,000 a month. Right? Dips are different. I literally see Jefferson Santos come here to MDC and start from scratch and hit 250K. That's inspiring. That's inspiring on many levels. So the dip is always going to be there. How you going to react to it? It's not what happens to you, it's how you react to what happens to you. Coming in for a landing, guys, the size of the leaders depends a lot on the amount of dips they can overcome. The size of the leader depends on the amount of dips that they overcome. So if you got zero dips, there's no leadership. 0 dips, no leadership. 1 dip, you got basic leadership. 5 dips, you're a leader. 10 dips, you're a beast. I've literally seen people go from working jobs to making 6 figures in a year, get their first dip and quit. You understand that? I've seen it. Even if they was making that much money, 6 figures, they never made this much money. It went from working 3 jobs to getting involved with network marketing, making 6 figures a year, to getting into hitting their first dip, and they quit. Now, if you overcome 10 dips, what can you tell the team that's coming behind you that's going to go through it as well? It's all about perspective. It's all about perspective. You got to teach perspective when it comes down to building, being a leader. Being a leader is giving people perspective so they can get over their humps and win just like you're winning. So listen, guys, I hope you guys got a lot from this call, because I promise you that excitement level after the dip, it always comes back. It always comes back. It always does. Just like the sun rises, sun sets, just like when you throw something up, it's going to come back down. Just like the tide goes out, it comes back in. That's the nature of life. That's the beauty of life. And every time the dip happens in your life, make sure you're learning more. Make sure you think about how to get better, how to improve, and stay calm and keep the faith. That's the most important thing you need to do when you're in the dip, is stay calm, keep the faith, and keep busy. So that being said, guys, I want you guys to have a great night tonight. This XC trim got me super focused. Every week we're going to be doing leadership calls. I'm here to build a dynasty. I'm here to put millions of people in this business. I'm all around the world. I'm here to help thousands of people get to 6 and 7 figures, man. The time is now. I think we got the best deal, hands down. May 6th is going down in New York City. We got the MDC tour. We are going to pack it out. Invite everybody you can. Invite every affiliate that you put in the business that's been sleeping. Invite every prospect out there. Get in the room. Get around the people that are winning. Get around these seven-figure earners. Bring your notepad. Become a student. Invite your guests because the time is now. Let's get it, guys.